Daily Thrust, The Punch, This Day, The Nations, and The Sun newspaper this morning. So we'll begin with The Punch newspaper. It says here that breaking hoodlums burn Ebonyi APC chair's house. Fund seekers electrocuted Lagos shot event venue. This is very sad news. 124 billion naira weapons imported in 4 years, says a report by National Bureau of Statistics. Low revenue threatening health spending, says World Bank. Group forts Akeredolu on Yoruba Nation agitation. Abe 6 probe as hoodlums destroy SDP's secretariat. Blasphemy. Kanu Islamic cleric supporters to appeal judgment. Ensure proper waste disposal. Lagos government urges resident. Also from the Punch this morning, student fought fees hike in varsities demand review. And finally from the Punch, 5 years after, activist demands Leah Sharibu's release. Now we move to the Vanguard this morning. Scarcity. NNPC sells petrol for 148 naira. Private depots sell for 215 naira. Tinubu commiserates with Omobolanle's family, tax IGP on speedy justice. And a suspected jihadist kills 17 herders in Borno. And we have another news here that says that Omobolanle Rahim, killer policeman, accomplice to face orderly room trial. The story is on the Vanguard newspaper. Sanwo-Olu sues for claim. IG condemns shooting and killing. 3 bloated bodies recovered in Kirikiri Canal in 3 days. Also from the Vanguard this morning, cow kills Bielsa ex-youth leader on Christmas Day. That's a series of sad news. And this one is from the Daily Thrust newspaper. Ubek Fund, Kwara government lied. He should retract or meet me in court, says Saraki. And kidnappers kill 3 siblings, a motorcyclist in Taraba, after collecting 60 million naira ransom. Attack. INEC pushing its responsibility to CSOs, ex-NHRC boss says. And disquiet in PDP over Wike's Makinde orders trip to UK. You get the story from the Nation's newspaper this morning. 2023, Jonathan's supporters begin campaign for Tinubu in South and Southeast. Kanu warns politicians, businessmen against violence in Southeast. The story is on the Nations this morning. Also from the Nations, investors stake 3 trillion naira on Nigerian equities. And this story here says pressure on Labour Party spokesman Tanko to step down as NCP chairman. And pensioners split over 200 million unremitted check-off dues. You get the story on the Nation newspaper. Now we move to the Sun. This morning, your administration full of nepotism, corruption. Kuka hits Buhari again. The writer here says no government will allow one person steal 12 billion naira and go scot-free. And Gumi under fire over pro-bandit statement. The writer reads MBF, Afenifere, others says advised by cleric not to vote for candidates that will fight bandits unacceptable. MBS worries over surging food prices. The U.S. supports Nigeria with tools to fight drug abuse. And now to this day newspaper, Nigeria underproduced 2022 crude oil projection by 263 million barrels in 11 months. The writer here says that data shows country barely drilled 60% of 1.88 million BPD budget benchmark. And finally this morning from This Day newspaper, one of the separated conjoined twins at UITH is dead, surgeon reveals. Now, these are the headlines this morning. We are going to discuss some of the topics here, the hot topics in the news this morning, and the phone lines will be open as always for you to join the conversation. I'll try and get through to Rufai Sini to join the conversation to analyze some of the stories in the news this morning. Right now, we are streaming on YouTube and Facebook. So you could go to YouTube, search for The Voice of the People 90.3 FM, and subscribe to our channel, like, and leave a comment. We have Rufai Sini on the line with us this morning. Good morning to you.
Morning.
I'm doing great. Welcome to the program.
Welcome. Good everybody.
Yeah. Now to the first story this morning. It's about a statement that was made by Gumi. It's on the Sun newspaper this morning. It says here that Gumi under fire over pro-bandit statement. And it's under fire by MBF, Afenifere, and others for saying that that any government that will fight bandits is unacceptable, but a government that will negotiate with these bandits. Now, let me read a bit of the story, just a little bit. Outspoken Islamic cleric Sheikh Gumi has come under fire for urging northern voters to shun candidates contesting the 2023 polls that would hunt down and kill bandits and kidnappers. The cleric has over the years negotiated on behalf of the bandits in a manner that had been accused of showing undue sympathy for them. So he's saying, from what he said in a viral video, it's even trending, that these bandits, they are fighting for their rights. They have something they are fighting for, and that a government that will come, that will ensure that peace reign between the bandits and the people, negotiate with these bandits, not hunt them down and kill them. So this statement has really come under fire, and it has put, before now, people suspected what Gumi is all about. But this statement just addresses the fact that maybe something is more.
Mary, I hold the record for being one of the first people and journalists in this country that challenged Gumi on air. And I asked him, I said, Mr. Gumi, you are a captain in the Nigerian army, but why are you in the seat of discord? You can go and watch it on YouTube. And he couldn't answer. Normally, before then, he used to have a sweet ride across journalists. But when I challenged him in that interview on air, off pedal, the videos are there on YouTube. It's a fact. I hope the DSS is listening to this, because you see what will happen in this country, that we are so hypocritical, the DSS would feign ignorance. Gumi has said this for 3 days now. The DSS has not responded. If you and I say that, Mary, by the next minute, the DSS will have picked us up. You can see the kind of country we live in. And that's why I keep saying it is righteousness that exalts a nation. You can't have a country where somebody will say such a thing and people will look at him and the state security authorities will not act. But they are so quick to charge a mercenary for terrorism. You see the irony of the country we live in. They are so quick to even go to court at the back to say that a mercenary be arrested for terrorism before the court said you don't have strong enough evidence against the mercenary. But Gumi said this now. I'm not here. 10 of the DSS. If we want to build a country, let us collectively build it so that it is fair for everybody. Let us collectively build it in love and harmony. Nigeria is a great country with a lot of prospects, but you see, what destabilizes the country is the reign of injustice. And you can't have injustice continue to reign and people will not talk. In a country where billions of our resources being used to fight, our soldiers are being killed. The same soldiers, the same Nigerian army that this same person served in as a captain, the same Nigerian army this same person swore allegiance to, his colleagues are being killed. But hear what he is saying. Hear what he is saying.
He said the fighters, that the fighters are our warrior. That these bandits, they are warriors in the forest.
But
our people in the forest.
But this same DSS can go to the back, get caught, to be able to arrest. But Gumi is saying this, and people will feign ignorance like he didn't say it. See, whoever will be the next president of Nigeria will have to be forthright for his speed. He will have to be ruthless with bandits and damn the consequences. Because yes, if he decides to fight bandits, he will be attacked. He has to damn the consequences for the furtherance nation. So, I'm sure the DSS heard it. They have, in fact, I'm sure they even saw this video before it came into public clear. Because it's not that the DSS is a lack of information. They have the most accurate security paraphernalia and infrastructure on getting information in the country. So let the DSS do the needful, as they are the Department of State Security. And state security also involves anything that is insightful against the state. Because that statement made is a declaration of assault against Nigerian state. People that are disrupting Nigerian state, you call them warriors. Those are the enemies of Nigerian states. If you celebrate the enemies of Nigerian states, that's a declaration against Nigerian state.
Even the president of the Middle Belt Forum, that is the person of Dr. Pogu Bitros, says that, yes, Pogu said that some of the bandits are not even Nigerians. So why make such a statement that is against the government?
Go and watch my interview with Gumi. It was exactly the same way I challenged Sheikh Gumi. And I said to him, I said, sir, most of these bandits are not Nigerians. Is it that you are supporting non-Nigerians against the sovereignty of Nigeria? And you're a captain that swore allegiance to the Nigerian army? Is it that you're supporting them? I mean, we have to tell the truth. We have to, you see, it is this truth I've been telling for so many years that people say, yeah, bias, yeah, this, yeah, that, yeah, that. When we call it spade, our lives become better. Mary, if we keep telling lies, things will keep getting bad and the truth will not be told. And when the truth is not told, injustice reigns in society. And when injustice reigns, then we start to have problems. That's why we are having problems like the killing of an innocent lawyer, Bolanle, just because you want to go and buy pizza. It's because we keep telling them the truth that you people have not trained the Nigerian police over the years. You have not done what is right. You equip the police force. You employ all sorts of scoundrels to the police force, and they keep saying, shut up your mouth. When NSAS happens, they say, Rufai, shut up your mouth. You are saying something else. Now, after NSAS, one man was killed in a 31-year-old man was killed in Ajiwe a couple of months ago. Now it's Bolanle, Rahim. Who is next?
And, and given that the officer has been in service for up to 31 years or 33 years, and
yes,
as an ASP of someone with that position.
But killings are continuing. Then when we talk about it, they will say, if I don't talk, don't say it, you say it too much. A lot of people like you. So when you speak, your word carries power. Don't say it. But what are we not going to say? If you were Bolanle's husband, what will you be saying now? If you were Bolanle's children, what will you be saying now? So for every time we try to sweep injustice under the carpet because we don't want some people to get offended, then we keep offending millions of other people.
The Bolanle's case is fearful and it's scary because now that anybody, if you approach a policeman now, you're driving and you approach them, imagine the thoughts that will run through your mind because she was just seated there, a pregnant woman, without doing anything. So when you see a policeman now with a gun, you'll be scared.
In fact, now, it is so scary that when you drive around as motorists, you just get scared and put your life in God's hands. You just put your life in God's hands. And when I talk now, they say, fine, the election period, stop talking. But I'm not surprised because all these people too that shout me down in the phone are the ones that are calling me in private. You are saying the truth, but because of politics you can't talk. But I keep asking them, when will politics be relegated and common sense elevated? When? Because politics is a celebration now of lies and stupidity. For common sense is national development and prospect for growth. So are we going to see evil and not talk because it's political season and your political party is incumbent and you say I make or my electoral chances? So is it about your election winning or the development of Nigeria? But I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Leaders think of the next generation. Politicians think of the next election. So if you are concerned about the development of your country as a leader, you will think more of what will become of the next generation than what will become of the next election. Because you forget that human beings are but a passing phase. 50 years ago, the politicians on the scene are not the same again today. All right? So human beings come, human beings will go. But the question is, the problem that existed 50 years ago in Nigeria, are they not the same problems that we are still seeing today? Are we able to solve the problem of corruption that started under the times of Festus Okotiebo? Are we able to solve it? Corruption has gone writ large. Are we able to solve the economic problem? Youth decadence, teenage pregnancy, police brutality. It goes on and on and on. But in all honesty, like I always say, this country has the capacity to be a great nation. I see greatness. That's why I speak. And my work is to speak it to greatness. I see possibilities, but we need to do things right. It is a bastion of development I see in Nigeria. But until we do things right, society will not change.
Listening to Ezekwesili talk yesterday, the former Minister of Education, talked about Nigeria and the emergence of a new president, a new leader. She talked about the state that Nigeria is in right now, that the state we are in, that no matter how good the next leader will be, that it would take a lot of work to be able to see visible development. She was calling on politicians to tell the truth. Tell the truth of what is really going on. Now, we hear a lot of sweet promises. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to provide electricity. If I don't give you electricity, don't vote for me for the second term, except I give you a cogent reason why not. That tell these people the truth, that the state Nigeria is in right now, it would take a lot for you to see visible development, no matter how good the leader is.
Mary, anybody, I was talking to my very good friend, Eugene Mohammed. You know who Eugene Mohammed is? Eugene Mohammed is the former MD of the Transmission Company of Nigeria. Maybe one of these days I will bring him on Voice of the People. compromise. You know, when I was telling you that all the political candidates do not even know what they want to do as regards the power sector, that their plans are. But remember, I told you.
Yeah, I remember.
I was talking to Eugene Mohammed, the former MD of the Transition Company of Nigeria, and he confirmed it. He said he don't even know the issues in the first place. He has read through all their manifestos. At first, Mambila Power Plant. What happened to Mambila? There was a story carried by View News talking about Mambila that you see when the China Exim Bank came, the cost of producing power in Mambila was so high that each citizen will be paying 11 cents per hour, per kilowatt hour. And normally for an hydro plant, you're supposed to be paying 6.5 cents per kilowatt hour. So the project was not viable, and that's why the Chinese never came back. And that's why anybody that tells you that, oh, Mambila Power is in the pipeline, ask them to stop lying to you. Tell them to show you the evidence that is being built as we speak. So if the former MD of TCN is saying that, Mary, see, I have sat on a couple of conversations that, you know, smaller companies try to build power plants, and the least power plants they build, I think per megawatt, the power plants will cost you about $3 to $4 million.
Yeah.
So multiply that by like 20,000 megawatts, also plus transmission line. The kind of money you need to build power infrastructure is going to take a long time. So anybody that tells you will do it in 8 years is lying. Even Bangladesh, that increased theirs from 9,000 megawatts to over 30,000 to close to over 20,000 megawatts, did theirs in about 12 to 13 years. So when all of them put 20,000 megawatts, just know that they don't even know what they are talking about. Because the math doesn't add up. And that's why when you ask them, how are you going to fund it? They say private sector. How are you going to fund it? They don't even know the numbers. So it will take time. And also what my very good sister, Anamobia Zekweski, was saying is the fact that the decadence has been so long that it will take a structural mindset change. See, it will even involve us changing the school curriculum. Because most of us are already infiltrated with this madness. We will have to start teaching our children now from nursery school how corruption destroys the economy to be able to change their mindsets. So it's a long walk, but Mary, I believe it can be done. But at least if 2023 we start by having a semblance of a good leader that can marshal his troop, we can start to see the signs. See, let me tell you something honestly, Larry.
Yes.
In 2015, what we all thought was that Buhari was going to bring that sanity. See, nobody was expecting Buhari to bring about an economic miracle. If you know his economic antecedents, I like to plot economic chart. You will know that there was nothing he was going to do because under him in 83, the economy went to roads. But a lot of people thought that at least Buhari will be able to stem the tide of the massive corruption. People like
hold on, Rufai. Let's go for commercials. We'll be back after this.
Risi, where's your sister?
She's in the bedroom.
Oh, yeah, call her for me.
Baraka, mommy is calling you.
Hey, Risi, Joe, please buy me chill drink from Dogo.
Dogo, you there outside? I beg, help us bring one chill drink, come.
Risi, sorry, please check if it's your daddy that's at the door. You that your line had been blocked. How did you get the credit that you're using, Ke?
I linked my NIN to my MTN line and got 20k free airtime.
Yes, so link your NIN to your MTN line today and get 20,000 Naira bonus airtime. Visit any MTN center near you to begin.
Mommy, where are you going?
MTN Experience Center, of course. You think it's only you that like good thing, eh?
Terms and conditions apply.
This is your number one radio station at BOP 90.3 FM.
Risi, where's your sister?
She's in the bedroom.
Oh, yeah, call her for me.
Baraka, mommy is calling you.
Hey, Risi, Joe, please buy me chill drink from Dogo.
Dogo, you there outside? I beg, help us bring one chill drink, come.
Risi, sorry, please check if it's your daddy that's at the door. You that your line had been blocked. How did you get the credit that you're using, Ke?
I linked my NIN to my MTN line and got 20k free airtime.
Yes, so link your NIN to your MTN line today and get 20,000 naira bonus airtime. Visit any MTN center near you to begin.
Mommy, where are you going?
MTN Experience Center, of course. You think it's only you that like good thing, eh?
Terms and conditions apply.
You are listening to your number one station, Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Do not touch that dial.
Risi, where's your sister?
She's in the bedroom.
Oh, yeah, call her for me.
Baraka, mommy is calling you.
Hey, Risi, Joe, please buy me chill drink from Dogo.
Dogo, you there outside? I beg, help us bring one chill drink, come.
Risi, sorry, please check if it's your daddy that's at the door. You that your line had been blocked. How did you get the credit that you're using, Ke?
I linked my NIN to my MTN line and got 20k free airtime.
Yes, so link your NIN to your MTN line today and get 20,000 naira bonus airtime. Visit any MTN center near you to begin.
Mommy, where are you going?
MTN Experience Center, of course. You think it's only you that like good thing, eh?
Terms and conditions apply.
24/7 around the world, non-stop. This is Voice of the People, 90.3 FM.
Voice of the People 90.3 FM. We had to go for a commercial break, but we are back. We were talking about, we've spoken about a lot of stuff, but what started the conversation was what Gumi said. The headline from the Sun newspaper that read, Gumi under fire over pro-bandits statement. Now, to another story making the rounds from the Nation's newspaper, it says here that disquiet in PDP over Wike's, Makinde's other trip to the UK. Now, the G5 governors, they are on a retreat to decide on the preferred presidential candidate. It is said that they've gone to London to deliberate on the president they are going to support, the candidate they will support. It's between the APC and the Labour Party, Peter Obi. So they are looking at who they are going to support when they come back from London. Who do you think it will be from this report from the Nation's newspaper?
Mary, at first, I'm not a member of the G5, so I don't know who they will pick. That's their own problem. But the caveat I've just always put across is that whatever they do, I'm sure they know that if they support anybody apart from their party, it will be deemed as a party activity. And I don't know if the PDP will be ready to take its actions. But one thing is certain, they've not been able to reach a compromise. They have gone back and forth. They have fought their fight. And it is incumbent on politicians to fight. You know why? Because they will always fight when their interests interline. And they will always fight that they are fighting. It's not you they are fighting for. It is their own pockets, their own interests, their own families, and their own children. That's what they are fighting for. What is most important, please, you as a citizen, read the manifesto, review every candidate's proposition, check the character of every candidate, and try to make your vote based on that. Make a wise decision. It's not because of who gives you money. It's not just because of who gives you money. It is the character of the individual. Who is the person? What do they stand for? What do they represent? It is the character of the individual. See, if you vote a man in with bad character, his bad character will permeate through the nation. I'm sure till tomorrow, Americans are regretting voting in a Donald Trump. You can see what he did to America. Destroyed America's image on the international scene. local thing destroyed America, they divided the country.
But let's take this inward. Look at the character of our president, President Muhammad Buhari. You could see that from track record, he's an upright man. If you look at his character, it's not someone that spends money anyhow. You see, he has that this person is a disciplined, no nonsense kind of person, and we voted because of that character that we thought we knew.
Yes, personal character is great, and that's why a lot of people voted President Buhari. But you see, personal character also involves your capacity to be forthright and call a spade, and not look away. And when you look at the antecedents of President Buhari, he might be able to call a spade personally. But for the fact that a lot of corruption goes on around him, then you start to ask questions. Was he not looking when these things were happening? So personal character also involves being an upright person for yourself and also upholding uprightness around you. And that's why a lot of people voted President Buhari in 2015. So that also has to be said. So apart from being the person upright, does he encourage corruption around him? Does he encourage corruption around him? So those are the kind of questions we should ask for the leaders. And that's why it starts by them even tell us how they made their money. What did they do to make their money? What are their tax returns? What is their health status? All right?
Yeah.
Because that's the level of accountability people have. Like, take for instance, if you ask me, I will tell you straight off the bat, I have always had photosensitivity problems since I was a child, and that's why I'm wearing glasses now. I can't open my eyes to too much light. That's it. So everybody has one or two. That's why I say people should release their health records. All right? Okay. So let's even know this thing so that people can be able to make their decisions themselves.
You know, according to what Bishop Coker said, he said no government will allow one person steal 12 billion naira and go scot-free. It was referring to the administration of President Buhari, talking about nepotism and corruption. Let's open the phone.
Let's not deceive ourselves, Mary. Let's balance it out. In Jonathan's administration, too, they stole money. So the problem we should keep asking is, why is it so easy for people to steal billions in government in Nigeria? Both the PDP government and APC government, they stole billions. Why is it so easy for people? Let me even shock you. The former accountant general had to return money after stealing billions in Jonathan's administration. This accountant general stole mega billions. So why is it so easy for people to be able to steal money?
Let's open the phone lines. I'm already getting reactions, calls, so we'll take calls now.
Thank you, Mary. Yeah.
Have a great day. Take care of yourself. Your voice is
bless you.
The stress. I could feel the stress in your voice.
Yes, I'm still very stressed. Bless you. Thanks.
Yeah. Have a great day.
Yeah.
Now, time for us to take calls. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Mary.
Mr. Chugs, you're our first caller this morning. Wonderful.
Now, Mary, this not Chugs, this is to calling from Sierra Leone.
Oh, welcome. I thought it was Mr. Chugs. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you very much, my sister, Mary. I appreciate you for the good job that you are doing. And Mr. Rafai, I salute you very much. You're a very, very, very good man. Rafai, I just want to say something to you. Don't be don't let them blackmail you because you're doing a good job. I heard you saying that some of them are saying, "Oh, don't speak because your word, your voice carried a big word. This, that." They don't want you to speak, so things will be going wrong. Keep speaking because you are making in fact, you are doing a very good job to make sure that you set the record straight. They are actually blackmailing you by saying that you shouldn't speak. Rufai, don't let them blackmail you because we know that you stand for the truth. You are doing a very good job and the world is saying it. It's being called blackmail. Don't fall for it. And let me tell you something, my sister Mary. I see the pain on you about that lady that was shot by a police drunken idiot. Let me tell you something. This thing has been going on for a long time because nobody's holding them responsible. That is the reason why they can kill innocent people. A lawyer, for that matter, do you know what it takes to train a lawyer and then have a husband and a children? The life was just cut on Christmas Day. That is the height of atrocity Nigeria has been giving to their citizens. And let me tell you something. This thing has been going on. What you saw now has been going on in the southeast. For decades, it has been going on. Every blessed day, people being shot in southeast. Nobody is talking about it. When we come here and talk about it, it's like we are just trying to say that nobody is listening to what we are saying. But it's the truth. This thing has been going on in southeast for the decade. You can see 2 days ago when the deputy governor of Anambra State was chasing the Nigerian police and custom along the road, disturbing people that came in to enjoy their Christmas. If you did not give them ransom, they shoot you. These are the things the Southeast has been passing for the decades. They block the road, one side of the road, you cannot go past. If you try to pass, they will shoot you. They kill our people on daily basis in Southeast. Nobody said anything about it. When we rose up and said enough is enough, people will come and say, oh, hold your representatives accountable. But if we try to hold them accountable, they will call army and police. Who are giving them that privilege is from the top, from the federal government, because they want to kill us. But we say enough is enough. Do you know what it takes to kill a lawyer? What are they going to tell the children and the husband now? A policeman that's supposed to protect her are being the one to kill her. It's something that is very, very annoying.
Thank you so
much.
But
let's say enough.
Yeah,
they have been doing this thing in the Southeast. I want the whole world to hear it.
Yes.
But one day we will come against these people, and we must look at
thank you so much. Thank you so much. So
look at what is happening there. So the police are killing our people.
Other people could also call in. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Yes, thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Yes, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's take another call now. Hello, good morning.
Hey, Mary.
Ambassador Mushba, thank you for calling today.
Well, I'll stick the compliment. Even though I can't make it yesterday, don't worry.
The food is finished. Don't come again, eh? You don't finish.
No problem.
Yeah.
Good morning. Yeah, this is where we fine.
Yeah.
And, to me, if I said something which I may disagree with him, he said America regretting voting Donald Trump. I'm not sure. Because some people still stand with Donald Trump, can see the vote. Even they never believe that Biden won. They believe that Biden is a rigging that make Biden there. Just no matter how it is, you must have your own follower. But what are your followers telling you? That's what matters most. Our politicians in Nigeria have their own followership. Like me, I have my person I'm follow, but I have it at the back of my mind. If my candidate in March, I'll be the one to be the first enemy. I will be the one, because I'll run around for you, and you must do what people want. So if no one can stand like this, Nigeria will be better, because some people, they have their candidate. If their candidate is doing wrong, they will never say anything. So that's what we are. That's why we have this problem in Nigeria. After you over in March, we should join our hands together and forget all party and tribe and religion. We should run around to correct it. If we made a mistake, stand together. That's why we can get this right in this country. And these police officers that killed these ladies, I know this one won't go free. People know some have been doing this, and they didn't go free. But for me, some are doing it, but we are like it happens sometimes, and they're being punished. We want to get to the root of this matter. We want to see his face. Let's see his face and his name. We are begging the police authority and governor of Lagos State. So you should call on the police authority to bring out this man. We want to look at him, his face. We want to hear his name. Please, we are begging. God bless Nigeria.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ambassador Mushba. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call to join the conversation. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the program. What's your name and your location?
Yeah, my name is Henry. I'm calling from the Kochi.
Okay, welcome, Mr. Henry. Go ahead.
Yeah, this issue of Gumi supporting the bandits, saying that they are fighting for their rights and they are warriors. I don't know if you know about the issue of Kaduna Abuja plane kidnappers.
Yeah.
The one they kidnapped here. I have someone that is among them. So, but unfortunately, the guy managed to escape from the camp where they were kidnapped. So when the guy came out from there, so he told us a lot of things, and he mentioned this man called Gumi. He mentioned the man. So I was like, how do you know that? He said when they were there, the type of call that everything those people were doing, there are people telling them what they are doing. And he himself, he understands Hausa very, very well. He hears the language, he knows the language. In fact, he said the man is in charge of the kidnapper of Kaduna and the Abuja plane kidnapper. So for you telling me this morning that Gumi said such things, it means that what that guy is telling us earlier this year about that kidnapping is true. So how can a man come out and be telling you that kidnappers who is killing people, making women to be widows, in fact, killing families, destroying cities, is telling them that they are fighting for their rights, that no government have right to kill them, that government have right to negotiate with them. I believe that all this money they are paying to all these kidnappers is going into his account if that is not taken. So that is what I have to say this morning. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your contribution. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome. What's your name and your location?
My name is Mrs. Dike.
Oh, Mrs. Dike, welcome. Where are you calling us from?
Ajawa State.
Okay, welcome, ma. Go ahead, ma.
Thank you. The issue that I want to put my mouth is concerning the police people.
Yeah.
I don't think that those policemen are well trained, because if they are well trained, no policeman will shoot unnecessarily. I have one of my in-law when they went to camp. He said that some policemen don't know how to shoot. If some of them even shoot themselves, it means they are not well trained. Our policemen in Nigeria are well known. They are not well trained. And they're supposed to be going training from time to time to know that the value of human being. It means that we have no security in this nation. If police can shoot a human being that is supposed to secure. My sister, I am very, very sad of hearing all these things in Nigeria. Do you know why the youth did NSAS? This is the type of things that youth made them to do NSAS. Our policemen in this nation, they are not helping issue. If you tell them to go where they will shoot, they cannot. How can policeman shoot a human being, a woman? What type of discussion or what type of offense that woman did to him?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mrs. Dike. Thank you so much.
Our governors and our president they're supposed to put mouth into all these things. Let it be a stop. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mrs. Dike. I appreciate your contribution this morning. Now, let's take some WhatsApp message here. This one says, good morning, Mary. The killings. Oh, we already have a call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Mary. Good morning. How are you?
Oh, I'm great. Thank you for calling, Mr. Peter Monse. Good morning.
Yeah, thank you very much, my sister.
Yes.
Now, Mary, I may not want to reiterate or repeat all the points people have made, Rufai has made, so many people. I want to ask one question. What is the way forward? Because I don't know, is it from our constitution that we cannot have leaders that are interested in human lives that can protect us? Or is it that we are not sitting down to discuss whether Nigeria is a country? Or if it's a country, how many nations are in this one country? How can we stay together? Because this situation of winner takes all. That once you win election, you do what you like. You bring in people, you select the head of the army, the head of the police, the head of the Air Force, the head of the Navy, and all of them will be running riot, and you cannot do anything. Then you win election, you select those that are, in charge of our treasury, in charge of our oil sector, and they are running riot, stealing and looting, and you cannot do anything. Is it that the constitution must be changed? Can we sit down and talk on how we can stay together as a country? Can we come down and forget about all these shenanigans? We are calling election, and talk about, is there Nigeria? If there is Nigeria, how should Nigeria be? What are the components of Nigeria? How can we stay together? Because Mary, perhaps the police that is supposed to over the times, there was a time in Akure in Ondo State, police shot a woman that trapped her child at the back because the conductor did not give him 15 naira. We took her and sweep under the carpet. So many people, you see that they continue, that the man with the Marwa was going to church, and the police shot and killed. We talk, and nothing happened. Mary, my question is, how do we go as a country, if we have Nigeria as a country? How do we stay together? Can we continue this? Because it doesn't make sense. Gumi had told us that he used to go to the forest to meet the bandits with government officials, and we don't talk about that again. And we have heard that UAE submitted more than 400 names to President Buhari of the people that are sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria. Up to today, Buhari never mentioned those names. He never told us. He never held any of them accountable. So, Gumi and Buhari and those, their cohort, what are they telling Nigerians about terrorism in Nigeria? Who are the terrorists? Who are the sponsors of terrorists? And the police also want to behave like the terrorists. What is going on? Is this a country? Must it go like this? That's my question. Can we sit down and talk? If we cannot stay together, we go different ways and live our lives. Not this thing that is happening. In fact, I don't like it. Please, that's my point this morning. Thank you. Is there Nigeria? Do we have a country?
Thank you so much, Peter. Okay, we have a caller here. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mary. This is Maxwell. I'm calling from Upper Eastern part of Ghana.
Oh, welcome. I got you today. Thank you for calling.
Okay, thank you so much. I would like you. God bless you for what you are doing, and may God bless Rufai. People are doing a great job enlightening our people. You see, I do not know. The truth is this: Nigeria must decide on how they are going to live, as it is in other same climes. You cannot bring people together that doesn't have the same ideology, the same religion, and wants them to move on together in peace. It can never happen. What is happening in Nigeria is the supremacy of religion and tribe. Unless Nigerians come together and decide on how they are going to live in that particular country. If not, it is going to be very difficult. Even those that are canvassing for P2B to come, after P2B, what next? What will happen? Look at what happened in Anambra. He did well in Anambra. Without strong institutions, strong men will come and go. They will go back to status quo. That's exactly what is going to happen. The constitution the army left for Nigerians is the problem. If you cannot get the foundation well, my sister, there is nothing anybody can do about it. We will continue, Nigerians will continue to complain and shout the way we are shouting today. It is not an easy thing for Nigerians in that country. I believe that they have peace when they come out of Nigeria to other countries that are not even as rich as Nigeria. Look at Nigerians all over the world suffering. People are tagging them all kinds of things. That is not fair. It is as a result of leadership failure. People that come in, instead of them to rule and develop the people, they rather introduce nepotistic system of government. That is what is killing that country. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate your contribution this morning. Okay, we'll try and take maybe one or two calls before we round off. We have limited time now. Hello, good morning.
Thank you.
Hello.
Oh, good morning. I'm so happy I got you this morning. You've been trying to call.
Oh, yeah, I have been.
Welcome.
All right, brilliant. So am I speaking to you now, or are you?
Yes, you are. You're on air. What's your name and your location?
All right, my name is Wally. I'm calling from Kent. I'm not quite sure what topic you are discussing, but I did call your evening session yesterday looking to get hold of the main man. I've been trying to invite him to my platform. I've sent him DMs on his Instagram.
Can we talk later on, because you're on air and we're discussing issues here. So let's talk later off air. Thank you so much. Okay, let's see if we could take other calls. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning to you.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, good morning. What's your name and your location?
Oh, yeah, my name is Frank and I'm calling from Australia.
Oh, welcome, Mr. Frank. Go ahead. What's your contribution this morning?
Oh, yeah, I just want to highlight, I really appreciate the man that spoke before Mr. Kunle, and he said something about running a strongman system where there is no strong institution and strong men would come and go. You see, I just want to bring to the forbearing of my brothers in the southern part of the country. Looking at the comment Sheikh Gumi have made, have you heard any rebuttal from any strong institution that represents the other end of Nigeria? I stand to be corrected. I have not heard one. If you go to the Twitter that belongs to the people from that region, if you go to every political opinion holder, there has not been any strong rebuttal. Somebody has come out to openly, systematically endorse terrorists, people who have been gazetted for wanton killing and maiming of the citizen of his state. I do not subscribe to that fancy name, bandits. Those guys are pure, plain, dotted I's and crossed T's terrorists. And somebody who is roaming free.
Okay, thank you. Well, our time here is up. Yeah. Thank you so much for your contribution. Our time is up. Take this last message. This one says, good morning. The killings of the female lawyer is very sad and unfortunate. The police should do a speedy investigation on this case, and anybody found guilty should face the law. My condolences to the family of the deceased. From HROH BC Uwoko in Oshodi. Thank you so much for being part of the program this morning. I appreciate all of your contribution. I'll be here again tomorrow, same time, from 7 to 8 o'clock. My name is Mary Onaife. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Mary Media. Coming up next at 8 o'clock is Ogain Digbo. Keep it here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM.